What if everything you've believed about women wasn't just wrong, but deliberately twisted? What if the truth wasn't lost, but buried, and you're about to dig it up? You didn't stumble across this video. It found you. Because once you see clearly, you can never unsee. Arthur Schopenhauer wasn't a Stoic, yet his philosophy slices through social illusions with surgical sharpness. He spoke of things most men wouldn't dare whisper about women, desire, and the darker corners of human nature. But when you view his ideas through the disciplined lens of Stoicism, logic, detachment, and inner control, something deeper emerges: strength, not bitterness, not resentment, but clarity. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Schopenhauer, a 19th century German philosopher, was known for his bleak view of human nature. He believed that desire, especially sexual desire, was the root of suffering. When it came to women, he didn't sugarcoat to please society. In fact, his essay on women remains among his most controversial. He described women as instinctive illusionists whose charm, emotional intuition, and beauty weren't rooted in truth, but in evolutionary strategies for influence and survival. Though Stoicism and Schopenhauer differ in philosophy, they share a common warning to men: stop chasing pleasure, stop reacting emotionally, see the world without filters. Schopenhauer pulled the curtain back, and when illusions fall, what's left is truth, and from truth comes power. Here are some of Schopenhauer's most brutal truths, sharpened by the Stoic mind. First, women lead with emotion, not reason. He argued that women were more emotionally reactive and less inclined to abstract reasoning. But he didn't see this as a moral flaw, merely an evolutionary trait. Emotion, to him, was a survival mechanism, neither good nor evil, but potent. And as Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you that matters, but how you respond to it. So when a woman reacts emotionally, the Stoic man doesn't mirror her. He holds his ground. He doesn't argue. He doesn't control. He observes, steady and unmoved. Second, beauty is a strategy, not a blessing. To Schopenhauer, feminine beauty wasn't divine. It was biological, a refined mechanism to attract, to ensnare, to influence. Marcus Aurelius said, "How quickly time erases all things, and how many it has already erased. Beauty fades, yet countless men are still lost chasing it." The Stoic sees clearly: physical allure is temporary, character, peace, and purpose, those are eternal. Third, manipulation through need. Now we go deeper. Previously, we saw Schopenhauer strip away illusions from emotion to beauty and need, and how Stoicism gives men the discipline to stay unmoved. But now comes the part many fear to admit. Women hold power not in what they offer, but in making men chase. They position themselves as the prize. The man must pursue, and in the chase, he loses ground, becomes needy, reactive, uncertain. But the Stoic man doesn't chase, he chooses. He doesn't beg for attention or approval. He earns respect by embodying value. He lives by a simple, powerful rule: don't explain, don't complain, because silence and stillness often say more than words ever could. Fourth, marriage as a trap. Schopenhauer harshly criticized marriage. To him, it wasn't a sacred bond, but a silent contract where the man gives up freedom and the woman gains control. But the Stoic reframes the issue: marriage isn't the enemy. Unconscious choices are. The Stoic man doesn't marry out of loneliness or lust. He acts from clarity, not craving. He makes decisions with logic, not impulse. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." Freedom isn't about avoiding relationships, it's about entering them with clear eyes and a steady soul. So what does all of this mean for you, the man watching right now? It means you must reclaim control over three essential things in your life. First, your attention. In today's world, your most valuable currency is not money, it's focus. Women don't need your wealth, they need your presence. And the moment you give it away thoughtlessly, your value begins to fade. So make your presence rare. Choose where your mind goes. Guard your thoughts like a king guards his castle. Second, your emotional energy. Every time you chase, argue, beg, or over-explain, you give away your power. What if instead of sending 10 unanswered messages, you sent none? What if instead of panicking at her silence, you found strength in your own? You don't need to restore balance. Silence will do it for you. Third, your mission. You weren't born to be someone's emotional safety net. You were born to build, think, and pursue something greater. If she disrespects you, crosses your boundaries, or plays games, walk away. Not with rage, but with dignity. Because your path was never meant to orbit someone else's moods, it was meant to lead. Not with anger, but with strength. Because nothing shakes a controlling person more than a man who's moved beyond their reach. Schopenhauer understood one truth: the world is full of illusions. But when you pair his raw insight with the inner discipline of Stoicism, you stop playing the game and start seeing through it. You stop chasing, you stop appeasing, you stop explaining. And that's when everything changes. Because once you master your own mind, no one else can master it. If something in this stirred something inside you, type clarity in the comments. And if you're ready for more uncomfortable truths, get ready for what's next. So, what does it all come down to? Not to make you bitter, paranoid, or push women away, but to wake you up, to help you see clearly what's real and what's not. Because a wise man doesn't hate the world, he just stops being fooled by it. Schopenhauer's philosophy is like a mirror, raw, unpolished, unapologetic. And Stoicism is the steel frame that holds your mind steady as you stare into that mirror. Together, they don't just help you understand women, they help you understand yourself. Why you crave, why you're vulnerable. And why you lose yourself when you let others define your value. This video isn't saying women are the enemy. It's saying that unconscious emotion, blind craving, and unfiltered reaction are your real enemies. The Stoic man doesn't reject love or connection. He simply refuses to trade his freedom for validation. The lesson isn't avoid women. It's, before you enter any relationship, make sure you've entered yourself first. Know who you are, what you need, what you're ready for, and what you will never accept. And if you do that, you won't just master relationships, you'll master your life. Thanks for watching. If this video stirred something in you, type clarity in the comments. Hit subscribe if you're ready for more hard truths. And remember, you don't need to become someone to be loved. You just need to be yourself with discipline and awareness.